Oh, sorry guys. Silent cast. Oh no, I had it muted the whole time. So what have we seen so far? Renshiro was an absolute hero at the beginning. That's what I was saying, is like he had this crazy like back-to-back save, sweeping left and right, and then got the double touch to score it. Oh, that's crazy though. It just falls in. I should be back by now, but let me know if you can't hear me. It's been a while. It's been a hot second since I forgot to unmute. So we're tied up. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I think FNSi and Renshiro are doing it exactly right. Throw a hitbox in front of the ball and then have another player just try to hold the line. Jeez, that's a great redirect, but how did it come to this? Was that off of the net? No, it's just Patrick accidentally got the best pass of a lifetime. He hit the rim right before he hit the ball. That's hilarious, though. It's not very often that you get bumped into a better touch, but when it does, you'll remember those. Ooh, Patrick nearly got the bump. So instead, it's Enforcer with the redirect. Ooh, man, Rounds is really struggling on defense right now. That's so crazy. What? Enforcer comes off the rim to try to make that an even spicier shot. He's going to have this touch, too. He got hit towards the ball. Enforcer is on the next level right now. He reached Nirvana or something. Now Patrick doesn't get the boost, but gets a double kill instead. Nearly a triple kill as Renshiro respawns right in front of him. Enforcer is going to have just a single touch. Patrick behind him, though. Means that's a double commit, so Patrick needs to rush back. He's going to do that by hitting even more players. Jeez. So savage. Enforcer bounces that one sky high. Nice full boost take there by Patrick, right as it respawns. Enforcer and Patrick had a lot of resources, but they had to snap at it. Enforcer rather just let it go. Rounds being maybe too patient. It's so scary as Patrick brings the hammer down. So one touch to set up, and then just sit behind it. That second touch is so good. Rather than hitting it towards the backboard, he drops it. Enforcer and Patrick start to pull ahead. Enforcer goes for the reset, scoops, but Renshiro's ready. It's off the corner. The diagonal backflip getting a lot of power. But Renshiro's got some space here. Does not get the double touch, but one more touch might be the end. It rolls out all the way around with the toilet bowl. That's so scary, and it's not in. A couple of missed opportunities in a row for Rounds. And they've only got a minute left to make those opportunities count. Renshiro from the sidewall is going to be early to this. Patrick is bullied. FNSi bashing him this way and that. And Enforcer is just late to this one. Good movement there by Renshiro. So this is, we talk a lot about how when a team gets desperate, they get more aggressive and they lose goals, but this is one of the rare instances where you get more aggressive and you get a goal. FNSi having no boost, but staying on the offensive half, just going for bumps. Helped Renshiro out there big time. Renshiro will get the touch, moving things forward. FNSi is able to get the full boost so he can turn that. Oh, the demo. But Patrick responds so quickly, like he expected that demo. Enforcer gets nailed, launched all the way across. FNSi is just so savage right now. Like a total role reversal, because earlier it was Patrick getting all the bumps and demos. That shot's going to be on target. Renshiro does have a double touch to keep it safe. Enforcer just holding on to possession. Just rolls the ball all the way across, playing keep away. Oh, that 50 is tragic, though. The double jump. And I feel like there's an opening available. The orange team has been all over each other for the last 20 seconds. And then finally falls in. Yeah, the boost situation was really bad because Patrick and Enforcer were double committing for too long, but they couldn't do anything about it after a certain point. They had to try to defend the home front. So that ties it up. Going into the final 5 seconds, the next goal is certainly going to be the last. It could be right here. A setup. There's no way. You have to read that perfectly. So we'll tap down. Oh, this is what they wanted, though. Let's see if Patrick's got it in him. Yep, make sure to get underneath it, trying to push it into the waterfall. FNSi will have the touch. An Enforcer is ready in that same side. FNSi, just a lob up. Patrick tries to turn it back around. It's a 50-50 off Enforcer. And it goes off the rim. Just a lob for Enforcer, hoping it turns into a pass, but it turns into a pass the other direction. So a couple of failed passes right now for Patrick and Enforcer, trying to set their teammate up. I like the vision they've got, but you have to make sure you're passing at a good time. Renshiro going extra high with this. Looked like he was trying to bump Patrick out of the way. Overtime for game 1, huh? That's a wiggly ball. Somehow, looked like Enforcer was getting extra touches. It comes off of the back wall. Nobody's got it! Too many surfaces for it to ricochet on. It's just a 50-50 here. Well, I guess a good block. Renshiro comes off the rim. FNSi bounces off the rim the other direction. And it just falls in. Send me your preset. For his camera? What do you mean? Enforcer and Patrick take game 1. The winner of this is guaranteed at least 3rd place, but that doesn't mean as much as it used to mean. Because we took the 3rd place prize out. It's just 1st and 2nd these days for these $100 tournaments. If the prize pool gets to be $200 or greater, then 3rd place is back on the menu. Oh, the passing play is so close. Just barely too slow. If Patrick could sneak that ball a little bit closer to Enforcer's side, it would be extra deadly. That's why it's so important when you do pass to cheat it towards your teammate and away from the defense. So Rounds barely survives for now. Good, powerful take there by Enforcer from the back wall. You do expect the back wall defender to have the saves when it comes down to a 50. You can really force those 50s the way you want them to. Ooh, look at that. Patrick using the rim to recover a little bit faster, and that probably saved him 5 seconds overall to get back in time to the back half, should it be needed. But in this case, he didn't need to play defense. I'm shocked that he didn't go and get boost though. Enforcer will have the 50, sending it over to FNSi. Enforcer will set up the pass instead. Patrick's still on low boost. Yeah, if he had boost, just imagine, right? If he had a full tank in that situation, he would have taken off without a second thought. Oh, that's a double commit, though. And nobody's left to defend a bounce shot. Wow. Just the exact right response when the other team goes too ham. That's so strange that they both went there. I think it, once again, is because Patrick knew that Enforcer had low boost, so Patrick thought he was supposed to go, but it took him like an extra half second or whatever to get into a position to go after it. And by the time that amount of time passed, Enforcer was ready for it. When you commit, like, you just have to go. It's rarely the right move to go back down to the ground. Redirect. Renshiro, nope. Gonna come right back down. Over to the sidewall. FNSi can't get anything lifted. The defense is having an easy time just managing. They certainly have plenty of time to get the goal back they need. It rolls up. Here's Renshiro back out to Enforcer. Enforcer does have a touch, but it just slows things down. Pushing it to the corner, though, it's got to be one of the better moves you can make. Enforcer on the sidewall will just get blocked. Not a lot of offensive opportunities so far in this early game for Enforcer and Patrick. Team Rounds feels like it's holding all the cards. They're poking and prodding, but once in a while they've got a good solid chance. Enforcer and Patrick, once in a while they've just got a shot that you never expect to go in, and that one just sinks in. Renshiro from the sidewall just lingers behind it. And I think just an attrition game. Patrick has no boost here, and he's just holding gas, hoping his acceleration will give him more, and it does not. CMYK, thanks for the 60-month streak. 5 years. Let's go. It just says, hi, Rolf. Well, I, for one, am honored that you chose your 5-year streak in dedication to me. Could have said anything there. Patrick gets the goal. Just lobbing it up. A little bit lucky off of that rim. If that bounces out or in, I don't think Patrick can get that. I see. It's because Mythic did it for 45 months. Also says, hi, Rolf. Well, I'm disgusted, Mythic, that you would you would dedicate your message to me. Mythic, I miss you being in the casting booth. You need to make a comeback sometime, just like a guest appearance. Ooh, Enforcer. Clocks Renshiro. Somehow not getting a demo. There's a good demo, though. I feel like there's weird interactions with players when they're flipping. Is that you can actually make it so that your opponent, when they hit you, when they collide, does it at a weird angle, and the game will not allow a demo to happen unless the angle is, like, nearly perpendicular. He says, we could do a guest appearance sometime. You want to do the World Cup one, Mythic? We got 1v1 next week, and then World Cup the week after that. That's free for all. So pick your poison. The week after that, I'm gone. FNSi lobs a pass. I'm actually kind of surprised that Renshiro went back. Usually, if you know your teammate's got a good opportunity, you position forward and try to collect the pass. It just depends. You got to know your teammate. A lot of teammates would never even dream of trying to pass. They're just going to go for dribbles. Oh, you're driving through some intense snow. But stay safe, dude. Snow is no joke. It's not because I think you're a bad driver. It's because I think everyone else is a bad driver. Right? That's always the scary thing. They let anyone drive, dude. They're just handing out licenses left and right. You see how some people play Rocket League. It's questionable, you know? Need mod for AFK people. Uh-oh. Did Brickhouse AFK? Yeah. All right, tell you what. After this game, let's go dive into that. I'll tell these guys to wait for a second, and we'll go check it out. Or maybe Ian can do it. Ian, if you're okay, you're on it. Wait, you sent me a DM? Or are you saying ask them to send you a DM? I think Ian's looking into it. I think he's waiting a second while this match finishes. Thanks, Ian. Yeah, 445 just beat Manny and Danny. Well, that might mean we get to catch some lower quarterfinals matches. Because the lower bracket is progressing too slowly. But it just depends. I mean, it could be the winner's final goes to a best of 5 or something as well. Yeah, basically, I'm sure you already know, Ian, but if you try to join that lobby and it's not ready, then just DQ him. All right, let's go into game 3. It had to be this way, didn't it? These two teams are always neck and neck. So Renshiro and FNSi, when they get their game plan together, it just feels like they always have an answer to everything. So I guess you have to be extra tricky against them. Win through means of like tip-offs, passing plays. And usually Enforcer and Patrick are really solid on passing plays. We haven't seen much of anything this match. Patrick will have to go in for that touch, but that means The orange defense might be a little bit late on the rotation. Renshiro had to contend with a couple of rim bounces, though, so turns out orange team had plenty of time. Patrick floating behind it. Just a couple of touches, but not enough to be truly dangerous. This might be dangerous, though. He needs to read this, but he has no boost. Takes the refill instead. And he wants to sit behind this. Great line from Patrick there to block that. You see how he fully intended to send that sideways. That's a great move. I think a lesser player would just try to do everything they can to lift it up, but we've seen that go disastrously. Enforcer with one touch. Immediate response by FNSi. Gives it to Patrick, and the passing play could be nigh. Enforcer's here with the redirect. Oh, yeah. I knew as soon as Enforcer was off camera right there, I knew where he was going to go. Right to the backboard. He went a little bit further than I expected, though. All the way to the 45. Yeah, what is... Is it WC? That doesn't sound right, but it might be. Maybe we took that command down? No, it's not that. World Cup? With a space? I don't know, dude. It's free-for-all, though. That's the gist of it. It's basically... You're only safe to progress to the next round if it says that your name's scored. So all kinds of dirty tactics are used to steal goals from players that are on the same color as you. But 8 players maximum in a lobby. And then after everyone's scored and there's just one player who hasn't, they get eliminated. And you do that until there's only 1 or 2 people left that haven't been eliminated. It's pretty fun. FFA, okay, we changed it. Yeah, World Cup is kind of ambiguous, but I do like calling it free-for-all. Over to Enforcer. He's going to lob it straight upward. So last game, Rounds got the early lead and they just kind of held it the whole time. This could be Enforcer and Patrick now with the opportunity to do that. I don't know what you're supposed to do in FNSi's position there. Because it feels like any sort of block you throw on is only going to be worse. Like maybe you're just supposed to directly retreat. But Renshiro is going to be able to get a goal here. Shockingly, I mean, that net is double defended. Sure, Patrick's maybe a little bit late to this, but they can position wherever they want. And they just did not cover that front. Might as well be both true. Nice palindrome there in the score. 2:22 to go. Oh, that's just in. Well, that Rounds take the lead off the tip-off. So that first touch is decent. It's not one you expect to score, but FNSi really got carried by the 50-50 there, sending it right to the front of the net. A little bit unfortunate. Like, what are you supposed to do if you're the defense there? Because it's pretty awkward since it's so high up. Once again, you need to do everything in your power to eject it sideways. Renshiro is looking dangerous, though. Almost saved away, but now goal number 3 for Rounds. That is a devastating blow to Enforcer and Patrick. They started out so good. Maybe the lower bracket isn't so bad, because... there's a best of 1, and then another best of 1, and then a best of 3 that are going to be happening while we're covering a best of 5. So that's about right. Ooh. Patrick drops it down to the front of the net, but FNSi has the block. Yeah, Enforcer and Patrick really getting desperate because now they're just taking shots wherever they can get them. Hoping that it just scores in. Enforcer with a lot of speed there is not going to have the follow-up, but Patrick ready to cover that. Pushes behind it. Enforcer's here for another 50. At best. We're hoping that 50 goes to the ceiling and then down, and even then it might be saved. I don't like those odds. Enforcer's going to have a couple. FNSi is ready for anything. Patrick really stranded here on the rim. It just means Enforcer has to cover the entire net so far. That little bump helps FNSi out a lot, but he throws the ball away immediately to Patrick. Oh no, the boost spawned Rise Enforcer gave up. 50 seconds. FNSi aiming for the front of the net. I don't think that would have been savable if it did go right to the front. Yeah, that's that one, on the other hand, easy enough to dig out. Oh, Patrick gets rimmed. Enforcer did get a demo, so it's just FNSi here on the attack. Or sorry, just Renshiro. They Renshiro switched cars to match FNSi, and I can't keep them apart now. But just 30 seconds, so Patrick and Enforcer might have one last chance here to score, and if they get that, maybe they could do something on tip-off. They need to score with a couple of seconds. Enforcer trying to throw the bump in, but it's just too late. Oh no, and that last whiff will be the final straw. So, Rounds GG moving on to play against 445. We've heard this story before. Now, 445 last week were playing RLCS, which I think Rounds was as well. So I don't know what I'm about to say, but maybe both teams will be rusty. This is maybe the best thing that Rounds could hope for. I don't know. That's a best of 5 coming up. Rounds have tried before to defeat 445, and they've taken some games off of them. But to line up 3 games in a series, that's asking a lot. Let's see if they've got it in them this week. We'll be right back with that match, guys. Get your predictions ready. Don't go anywhere.